this, and let's go. Hello everyone. Still need one more second. But we already started. We've already started here. This is the game for the third place. We start with the fight map as usual. Oh, sorry. Work? I guess it should. Okay. Where the hell am I? Like this. Ah, come on, not like that. Both armies are lining up left versus right setup, it seems. W35 is on the edge, which is kinda dangerous, I guess. And I think he already lost a couple of soldiers here. And I should probably change my language to English, but this means lost troops. You can see W35 lost already 12 barbs. Probably he was too close to the edge. That's a really weird way to lose a fight. And that's what's about to happen here, I guess. Well, this is like the last game of the tournament possible, so I guess he had plenty of time to notice how this map works. So it's a bit funny to see this. Trash seems to want to invade, kind of. I'm not sure why, but I mean, it's not the worst position if they catch them like here, but I'm afraid that's not gonna work that well. Oh, maybe it will. Seems like anyway. Yeah, but remember that if there's also. Oh wait, hold on for a second. Should probably try to pay attention to what happens on the screen, even if it's a bit one-sided. Yeah, sorry, but I guess W35 losing loads of his barbarians early on kind of set this game up. So there wasn't really a surprise here after that happened. So yeah, remember that if I'm not streaming in English, then there's also Vovec's stream. In some cases, even Ritter is streaming, but I guess these days he has enough games to play as well in this tournament, so he didn't do that that often, but he did a couple of times. So I can also recommend them to you if I'm not there, or I'm string Polish. And this is the time to start picking. So, double roads and Riverlands. These are the first picks from Trash and Asshole. Next go Waveonia and Klisic in the Desert. I wonder if they pick something fun for that last game, or they do the bans like you know, serious mode and all. Petra and Burning Skies. These picks are kinda all over the place, I'd say, cause actually, I mean, so far they didn't ban the weirdest maps, apart from the Burning Skies map, which is Town Hall heavy. And I guess both teams are kinda afraid to pick it. Nomad, that's a sure pick in every game, and Chaotica 4P. Out of the maps we have left here, I guess playing Frozen Fjords wouldn't be bad to see. I don't think I saw many games on Leafkin. Okay, so Frozen gets a ban along with Dunes of Death. It's funny nobody banned Arctic so far. I just hope they don't top both on Arctic, because that would probably not end well, as we saw in one of the previous games. Anyway, this leaves us with 5 maps, and the choice to ban 2 more right now goes to W33 and Mitrelas, who lost the fight. I'm guessing they might ban Arctic, and I don't know. I don't remember if Mirage and Ide were nice for Iron Heavy or like Town Hall Heavy tactics. Mitras would probably not want to ban Silver Haven, because this is the most classic. Oh yeah, okay. That was somewhat predictable. Classic. Bitrate 7K. Okay, so they're talking about Klesic's ping. That's weird. It's a bit high. We could always switch to the Russian one. Michela seems to have a bit better ping today than last couple of games. If it's necessary. Oh crap. I'm hoping it's not a similar case as I had a couple of days ago, when I had to cancel my stream because my ping was all over the place. Now it looks similar for Klisic. Anyway, E-Day was chosen. Yeah, this is an interesting choice. It's not a bowling map. It's a bit big. So you can easily make mistakes on the battlefield here. I think we saw a couple games like this here already. So this will give us some nice opportunity for a nice game with some plot twists. What do you guys think about the chances of these teams? Who should win this? Because if you ask me, it's hard to say. Spam wise, I can't say much about Trash and Aso because I didn't see a lot of their games recently, but usually they were pretty good spammers. Aso used to be really good back in the day when I followed his builds a bit more, like maybe 1 year ago or so. Trash, he was always good or very good, and was definitely a very good fighter. And last game he did a pretty nice iron only build, which was pretty massive. And sorry, it was not last game, it was last game I saw, I think. So, or maybe not last. I think I also streamed the one versus the Polish team. Yeah. So the one before against Regis and Gerald Star, and his build was pretty nice then. But in the next game it wasn't that good. Okay, it seems like we try on my server. I have no idea if this would be better because we're trading Poland for the Netherlands. That's weird. It's better. Anyway, yep. So we're starting. I think that was the fastest start in all these games here. The final, there's gonna be like 2 or 3 games because it's best of 3 in final, and the first game is tomorrow at 18 Central European time. So let's check the yeah, before I continue the topic of chances, let's check the locations. I think these are mirrored, am I right? It's, I mean, it's even similar between the teammates, kind of, more or less, but let's see here. Okay, it's not mirrored, definitely. So let's start here. So Trash has somewhat good position if he wants to go like gold only. Sorry, gold plus R plus gold, of course. That's what I mean. Yo, Thunder. Yeah, took me a while to notice, but you're right. This is a bit awkward position of Storehouse because also, like, if it was just like 1 tile to the left, you could make shortcuts around both these buildings. In this case, I would, if I were him, I would make the school like 1 or 2 tiles below, so I can make like a nice road here. This is going to be a problem, I guess, unless he makes the base in a clever way somehow. He's quite close. I mean, kind of get a feeling that no matter which lock you get, and no matter what location of the storehouse you get as well, it's going to be kind of similar, and you can pretty much do whatever you want, as long as you don't mind having loads of random mountains everywhere blocking your way. Michelas and W33 have somewhat similar spawn of the stall house, so yeah, it's also similar. I can't even say who has better or worse spawn. You have like plenty of everything everywhere on all these 4 lags. I'm a bit maybe worried about Rozpiska. Sorry. Okay, I'll just finish the sentence then. I'm a bit worried about the wood for the trash, because it's maybe a little harder, but not that much actually. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Like, he has to cover a little more distance to get what he needs. But it's not a huge deal. Anyway, is there any Rozpiska? You mean, is there any schedule for the games whenever they will be played? You could join the tournament channel. The tournament Discord server, and the timings will always be posted there. That's how I do them. So for now we know only the first game's timing, which I can actually the first game is tomorrow at 18, as I said, and we don't know anything about the next ones. You gotta understand that it's like every player has their own live schedules, so there's no such thing as a schedule for all the games, because they just arrange all the games ad hoc just before, like a couple of days before the game usually. Of course, it would be easier for everyone who wants to watch the stream, or make the stream actually, to know the dates like 2 weeks in advance or something, but it's not going to happen, right? Nobody would agree for such terms. But you can bet that the second game will likely happen the next day, or the next weekend, or maybe at one of the evenings during the next week. That's how usually it looks like. So the funny story, or maybe not so funny, and maybe not even interesting, but I'm gonna tell it anyway. The funny story is that Thunder's tournament actually did not have such thing as a game for the third place. So this is, I think this is completely the idea of these two teams. They just wanted to have this game, just for fun, just to allow us to have one more stream to watch. So I guess that's nice. And we can, of course, we can figure out which team out of these two is better and deserves the third place. Yeah, that works as well. If you just subscribe, then it should work. I don't know how we'll do this with how we will arrange this with Vovets. Maybe I will stream it, or maybe he will stream it. So you should probably. Actually, I think I will stream the final no matter what. But I'm not sure if it will be English or Polish. So for those who don't understand Polish, make sure to watch his stream in case that happens. But I don't know. I don't know the plan yet. Okay, so we've got a few beginnings here already. Yeah, Trash goes like. He wants to be a bit aggressive with the forests towards the left side. How is the speed? It's way too early to say anything. But the nice thing is that W33 and Trash are already trying to build the gold mine. How fast is W33? Yeah, Trash is slightly faster because his storehouse placement was super good for this, and he made the roads in a nice way to use this fact. I'm kinda guessing he might want to go for a gold strategy. I'm not sure if it's that easy though, because this is a little far away. He got to go for this Iron Mountain anyway, so maybe he will try something like that. Of course, first I guess he needs... Oh, this is weird. Oh wait, but he can also go to the right, and that would actually be a nice idea, yeah. Like, you go for this, and then you can go there. I guess it should work. It's kind of... I mean, it's gonna be kind of big, but it's not the worst idea. We'll see how he does it, actually. Also, he might need that shortcut later, I guess. Apart from that, he's also making a gold mine ready, but it's of course a little later than Trash. Might be on par with... It's almost on par with W33 and a bit faster than Mitrela's. Looks like he wants to make the woodcutters on the right side. It's kind of interesting. Oh, this is cut only. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering, like, I saw this and I was like, okay, if I were him, I would probably try to make farms here or something like that. Because there's plenty of space woodcutters there, and you really need some farming and building space in the middle, mostly. So if you want this base to look nice, I guess it would be best to cut only from both these buildings, and somehow he's cutting only from one. I'm not quite sure what's the idea here, but I guess we'll see soon. Another weird thing is that he actually goes for a woodcutter, sorry, for a farm on the left, not at the bottom here. Yeah, so I was trying to say what's my opinion about who might win this. So on the other hand, W33 is one of the top 3 players along with Ritten and Gross when it comes to spamming, and Michelas is also one of the better players out there for sure. Michelas specializes in normal bases, although he, as he showed last time, he can sometimes make something like a Town Hall and Iron base. But still, this is like his main build, doing normal bases, so that's what I expect here. And the location he got is not too bad for that. So yeah, I guess this might work. Yeah, apart from that, it's hard to say. Like Aso and Trash, they're probably a bit worse builders. Regarding the fighting skill, it really depends, because they can do really weird decisions in fight, but on the other hand, they were historically one of the better Russian fighters, and this is kind of weird. So it's like, I mean, I kind of felt like they might have lost a bit of their fighting advantage in recent time. I think we saw them make some mistakes in the last 2 games that I streamed. So I'm a bit worried about that as well. But it's like, W33 and Mitras are definitely in the range if they make nice bases. I think one of them, either Trash or Aso, would have to make like an exceptional base. Something something similar to W33, for example. At least one of these players should be on his level, and then it's going to be an even fight. And I think this can definitely happen because we could see both these players could make a really nice base, like an exceptional one once in a while. So I think this might be a balanced game actually. But they definitely need to be on the top shape for this one. As for Mitras and W33, it's a bit like they would probably win or have at least second place in every tournament, if not, if they didn't have to fight against Ritter and Gross in the semi-finals. So, well, yeah. They still, although, yeah, they also lost to full Deutschland team, let's not forget that, so, well, maybe I exaggerated a little bit, but they're definitely somebody who should be on third or fourth place. Before this game I would probably say third, but it's not out of question for Trash and Arsenal to win either. Enough talking about nothing, let's check the progress. Mostly the building, I forgot to change the English language, sorry about that again. So I'll try to be more descriptive. So yeah, the buildings are mostly the same so far. I can't see anyone rushing for anything. Maybe W33 and ASO are a little faster. I think their locations might be a bit easier, but I'm not quite sure. What's worrying is that there's only one Somi from ASO, but I think he still has some time, so he might be fine. Trash has only one farm, while everyone else has two. This might mean he's going for something else. Let's see what happens here. I can't figure out anything out of this. He's going for iron right now. It looks like a somewhat normal base so far. I doubt anyone is going so far at least. I doubt anyone is going for a town hall build unless W33 is. It kinda looks like one. Kinda not. Okay, no, but maybe definitely not, because there's already third farm being created. So this is going to be a somewhat normal base, perhaps with some extra gold, but it's probably too early to determine that. Michelas. I'm not quite sure if I like this, because you can see that his road is like way too long here. It kinda aches for having a shortcut on the left here. I mean, I don't understand why he didn't make the road like this instead. Because he was reaching for that one. Okay, never mind. Yeah, that makes sense actually. What's kind of weird is how much distance they have to cover like that. But he wanted to reach for all the forests to be extra safe that his wood production is going to be fine. So this is actually quite understandable. And along the way he of course took the iron mine here. I think might be a good idea to check the tree trunks graph. Yeah, he's one of the leaders here. Of course, as I always say in such situations, this might be deceptive, the graph we're looking at, because this only means that these players were the fastest in getting the trees out, cutting them off, and it doesn't say anything about planting. Actually, it would be a really fun statistic to see one day if we had something like how many trees were planted. This would really help in the first couple of minutes of the game to figure out if somebody has the right angle on the graph, and if they're having good enough wood production to continue building their base. Long time, Harry. Okay. What kind of other stats do we have? Of course, W35 and also already. Sorry, already doing some iron. The left side team has somewhat worse gold, it seems. That's kind of weird. But it might be that W33 made the first one early just so he can make the second one late. No, actually not. It's like, it's weird because he's like the first to have two, but it doesn't feel like. Oh, sorry. Okay, obviously. Yeah, just W35 are just using the gold a bit better, so that's probably where the difference comes from. Yeah. If you look here, the production is more or less the same. Yeah, okay, never mind. Sorry about the confusion. Oh, looks like Aso is really good at cutting trees right now, at least. I think this is already the moment when he cuts what he planted, so it shows maybe not at all because this one was cutting, but here I'm pretty sure that's the case. They already cut what they planted. Yeah, I think, yeah, but these woodcutters actually look pretty nice. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see what happens next here. Might pay off to try a town hall style base, and if he's going for this and this, I kind of feel that might happen. So yeah, kind of feel that might happen. It's a bit tough building on a location like this if you want to get like every single piece of resources, and that's more or less what ASO is trying to do. You definitely need a good amount of serfs and a good road work. Okay, W33, well, yeah, he's making a shortcut because, as he probably noticed too, that there's a little traffic jam over here. Yeah, so far looks like a normal base. There's not a lot of space here. You can see that he already used most of this log space. I think it could be a somewhat good idea to maybe move these woodcutters out somewhere else, but of course it takes time and nobody in their right mind would like to do this. So instead he'll probably keep building to the left or something like that. Yeah, it's the space management is kind of tough here. Mitra still like that he doesn't care about not having shortcuts here, but on the other hand, there's not a lot of movement on the left here, so maybe it's gonna be fine. Long time Regis. Also normal base, just as everyone would probably expect. I wouldn't say it looks like a copy of W33's base, but there are some similarities. Really, looking at the buildings statistic here, it's like you can't really see huge differences out there. One be one would be actually that the right side is still missing their second gold smelter. This is kinda late, kinda not. It's manageable, but it could be better. So I wonder what they will have faster instead. But W33 is a little leading when it comes to the number of woodcutters, so this might also be... Oh yeah, you can see this already, yeah. But us and Trash are not that bad either here. The only player who seems to have a little problem is Mitrelas. At least he's not as good as the others, and that's interesting. His woodcutters are kinda... Oh yeah, now he makes the shortcut. Kinda far. These two at least. These two also quite far, yeah. Oh, 17 viewers, that's cool. Didn't check yet if these are all the fakes as usual. Anyway. I like the way this is going for ASO. Like that, the space management seems kind of cool. Although you can see that there's like you have a gap over here. You have some buildings at the bottom here. So he will for sure need a good good amount of serfs and good builders management because the base keeps growing. I can see Trash has only 42 serfs. Let's see what happens here. There's a chance that his base is the most compact out of these four though. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, it is. Actually, it is. It's like you have this road over here, but it's a little on the side, and the most movement happens there. But on the other hand, this shortcut could be really handful in a while, if he can make one, that is, because I'm not quite sure about that. Is that me? Nope, that's Michelas. But you can make it right. Yeah. So that could be useful. Can you fit a building here? Oh yeah, okay, so this is also going to be nice because he will probably make some buildings for iron production over here. Sorry. He definitely needs to make his gold production better. Oh, it's not gold production, he's just forgetting to click or something like this. That's weird. Okay. So yeah, I might need a second school actually. I have the same problem, I forget to click in the school Or maybe he was just waiting for gold at some point of time, and that's what slowed him down. That can also happen. But either way, I tend to build the second school a bit faster than the other players, because I know that I have this problem, so I have to mitigate it. Even if I waste some time for this building and a few resources a bit earlier, and this is a disadvantage. It's a smaller disadvantage than not having enough serfs. Smaller by far, and I can actually make them at a specific moment, make a bit more of them, so it can kind of balance my problem. I mean, that's what I would advise to Trash at this moment. Like, just make the second school, especially that the base will keep expanding, I guess. But yeah, it's still quite compact for this this kind of location. Yeah, Michelas is kind of okay. I come here again, and again I see some traffic jams. Let's try to decipher this. Okay, so maybe a shortcut here could work, but I'm not sure if I'm... Okay, yeah, they're definitely going like there, so... The most movement happens around the storehouse, and why would that happen? But I think he's probably the first one to build the stables. Yep. So this might be important. Do we have any weapons already? Yep. Definitely. So yeah, looks like everyone's going for the normal build. As normal as it gets. We have 4 players with production set up for swordmen and probably some knights. At least for now. Maybe they will still change it. And I doubt we saw any setups which would work well for the town hall. So yeah, I think this will be as regular as it gets. Oh yeah, so they... Like, the first issue is that there's no road here, and the second issue there's no road here, but I think this one might be more important. Because this is a very busy intersection. These two are also a bit painful. It's kind of weird, he doesn't see this. There's also no... Yeah, okay, this could help a bit. Yeah. Because whoever goes to any of these buildings, they have to go back like this. So they will go either here or here. And that's why we're having a problem here in Mitras's base. This would probably help a bit as well, maybe even so like this, but it's not needed yet because there's not as much movement on the left side. It would for sure shorten the way a bit, so it could still be a bit useful, but I guess there are other priorities here right now. Let's take a look at W33's base. From the statistics alone, it looked like the fastest iron production so far, if I count correctly. Maybe it's not a huge difference actually, but I mean, Asso is slightly behind, like just a couple weapons behind him. Like 5 weapons, not so, 4 or 5, yeah. But Trash and Mitras are a bit behind both of them. And this suggests there's some balance in the logs that they chose, which is good for us, I guess. I think it's a good time to check the statistics for other kinds of stuff. So yeah, the corn, the left side is much better here, and the iron, the left side is much better here as well. That's I don't know. But W33 is really good with his gold, and that makes me wonder if he made the third gold smelter. If he didn't, and that's interesting actually. How can he have it that much better? I mean, okay, he just made it much earlier than the others, so this is perfectly understandable, I guess. You can see that the graph's angle is still the same as the other players. So if he had some extra production, like trading something or for gold, or having the one extra building, the one extra gold smelter, the angle would change. It will go more upwards. So we can see that he just made it earlier. So yeah, this probably doesn't mean anything here, because it's not big enough advantage to try and make a town hall without making any additional gold smelters. Yes, I'm sure that also I'm not paying that much attention to the food, it seems. At least not yet. Trash should be fine, I guess, because his fishing seems quite an early time. Michelas is the only one with horses so far. There's still plenty of time to make them though. Yeah, but W33's got a really balanced production. On the other hand, it looks like I don't know, I need to check the numbers again soon, but yeah, W33 is also the best. Yeah, I mean, you can see what I meant when I said that he's top 3 of the KaM builders. And right now, you can see this in stats. Anything important left here? If you guys want to check me to check something, or they want to comment on anything here, just let me know. Also the coal. Yeah, everything looks really cool. Yeah, also the tree trunks, at least. Maybe not the wood itself, because also is a bit better here, but yeah, quite close here as well. Yeah, but everything points at W33 having a great game as usual. So yeah, one interesting thing is that he has a bit too many swords. I wonder if he's gonna make a third armor smithy. He's got third one already. Okay, in that case, yeah, it might work. But at this tempo, I think it's possible for him to have at least 35 swordmen on peacetime, provided that he will have enough iron to make that. PKB, something per capita, I forgot, but what was the English translation? No one remembers? I know I translated this, but I forgot what it means. I think it's somehow related to either the price in market for this stuff, or how effective the base is between how much it produces and how many citizens it has. But it turns out that Trash is much worse in it than all the other players, so maybe we can figure something out, at least when it comes to the weapon graph here. And regarding everything, PKB, this is a Polish translation actually, but this stat is better for, but yeah, W33 is also better, much better like this. Yeah, I mean, is there a huge difference? Not really. It looks really similar. So I can't really figure it out right now. Anyway, maybe let's go back and check the bases again, and keep checking the amount of troops everyone will be able to make soon. We have 12 minutes left till peacetime, and so far, is it even? The right side kinda... I mean, let me count quickly. 68 iron weapons overall for W33 versus 60 for Asso, 20, 30, 47 for Trash, 41 for Mitrelas. So it's kind of balanced regarding the iron, more or less balanced. Yeah, but the left side has some horses, 6 versus 0 already. The left side also has a lot more jackets. W33 has more than Asso, who has who is better than his own teammate. So it's like W33 alone has what they both have regarding the leather production so far, at least, and on top of that he has wooden weapons for it, and Mitrelas also has really even better leather production. So yeah, they kind of planned this out well, I guess. Okay, but I mean, why do you think Trash's base is OP? Sorry, if I said the right side, I meant the left side has horses. The right side might have made them, but no, not for Trash. Yeah, Asso is trying, but this building is brand new. Yeah. So it doesn't look that good for me yet for the right side. There's still 10 minutes to fix anything, but I don't know. Not sure if we can predict any changes from the graphs over there, but it really doesn't look like the right side would be able to change anything. But Mitrelas is, I think he added a third gold mine, looking at this graph. He didn't make the third gold smelter, I think, though. He has the worst stats for coal, so he would probably have to step it up a bit if he wants to make some town hall troops, if that was the idea. Okay, I can translate this for you because it's too heavy for him sorry, too hard for him to say in English. He says he just likes Trash's base because he used to do similar ones. Maybe it's not most effective, as you can see in stats, but it looks cool. Yeah. I mean, I like the way how he separated the farms to the right. You could probably see similar thing here in W33's base as well, although it looks worse because the location looks worse. You kinda have to feed this somewhere, and he had to feed it like here, while Trash just moved it a bit further to the right, where he had loads of space for this. So yeah, it's definitely, it kind of looks more compact, but you can see it doesn't work as well as the other bases. And I'm not quite sure if this is his fault. I don't know. I mean, definitely if he had a little better gold production, because we saw some problems here. I don't understand it though. He had the same production as Mitrelas and Asso, and yet you can see there was an issue here. But right now he made the second school around here and made as many citizens as W33, so he will be fine from now on. But it was a little annoying that for some time he didn't have enough. Still, this graph looks worse than we saw, because we saw a difference of 10 serfs, and this is not like visible too well here. I don't know, but that was most likely his issue at some point of time. 5 minutes left. Yeah, I think I was right with predicting 35 Iron Troops for W33, but the difference between him and Asso wouldn't be that bad if not for Asso lacking a couple of swords. Trash is definitely going for... Ah, yeah, he has some crossbows, I didn't notice. So yeah, he's going for around 35 troops as Iron Troops as well, but some of them not being swordmen, so this is less powerful than the other two players. Uh, and then we've got also Mitralas, probably it looks like the worst, maybe not, wait, similar to Trash. His iron production is similar to Trash, but he has 10 horses, come on, this is nice. And W33 looks like he has similar leather production as Mitralas. They both have it really great right now. Of course, Mitralas slightly better because the excess amount of horses is here as well. The right side slightly worse, but it's not the end of the world until you take a look at the amount of wooden weapons, and this is a bit... Oh, wait a second. Okay, it's not a total disaster, but it's like they have combined the amount of wooden weapons that one of their enemies has. So yeah, this could be better, guys. Come on, there's still 4 minutes. One thing that would also be really cool to have here is like a combined statistic for wooden weapons and for iron weapons produced, stuff like this. We can take a look here instead, I guess. So we can see Trash is a bit better than he used to. You can see that the gap between him and Mitralas is getting smaller, and kind of his tempo is similar to W33 at the moment, but of course his problem is that W33 started much earlier going like this, like the graph was really nice since quite a while, but you can definitely see that Trash is going to be, around peacetime he's probably going to be around Mitralas' amount of weapons, so this bodes pretty well for the right side, if they have a future in this game, that is. Seeing how W33 really wants to prove me wrong, and he'll most likely have 40 something Iron Troops, this is a really nice result. Let's take a look at his base, because he earned for us to show it for sure. Yeah, so his 3+1 production, it's an interesting concept. Basically, in the early game, when you don't want to waste too much time for making iron buildings, because you need to build all kinds of stuff, you make only one iron weapon maker. His recruits. Yeah, I mean, he has the same amount of the recruits as the other players. So his problem is mainly that he has too many weapons. He would need 100 recruits, lol. This is a great army, come on. This is W33 at his finest. And let's not forget that Mitralas' army is also pretty cool. It's slightly worse, but it's definitely on a very high level. The only fault of Mitralas is that he's being compared to W33. So yeah, but then you look at Asso. It's kinda like if he had a bit more horses, this wouldn't be a bad army after all. And I didn't take the last look at Trash's amount, so I can't say. We'll try to check it after the break. His iron was the worst, that I remember. Yeah, so will he even have enough wood for all those wood production weapon buildings he's making? Sorry, at the version. Which player were you talking about? Because I missed that quote, unfortunately. Missed that message when I was showing that base. And yeah, Regis, they can be made up after peacetime. just like all things. Okay, so the chances are probably more on the left side, but it's not over yet, for sure. So this is basically exactly the thing I told you before the game. W33 and Michelas are better on paper, but Trash and Aso are not without a chance. So the prediction stays exactly the same. So it's good and bad news at the same time, because I guess if the right side had slightly better armies, and like I predicted, if they had one of the players having as good game as W33, then it would be really even. But right now it's like it's all on the battlefield. They can still win this with maneuvers. The gap is not too bad. This is definitely manageable. But yeah. So now we wait for a couple minutes for the so-called peace break or cigarette break, and then we will continue. And for those who joined us a bit later, stay tuned for tomorrow, because the great final, the first final game out of 2 or 3 games, the first game will be played tomorrow at 18 o'clock Central European time. So I'll definitely show it. I'm not yet sure if in Polish or English, but I guess we'll figure out later and let you know in the usual places. If I do it in Polish, I will also probably give you a link to the other stream. Depends on what Wowec will want to do, I guess. So if he wants to make an English one, then I'll switch to Polish. So you can also subscribe his Twitch account if you want to do that. Anyway, so here we have a bit of a waiting period. We could take a little look at the table. We're at the end of the tournament already, so Hello Kitty and SoundCloud is the game that we're looking at right now, and tomorrow the first game happens between Mutterland and Für Deutschland. So Mutterland is Ritter des Todes and Großmeister, and Für Deutschland is Bozo and Don't Talk, also known as Antares in the old times. So the first team is Russian, the second team is Polish, and yeah, this tournament looks like it took 1.5 of a month, if I see correctly. Yeah, something like this. I think Tanner did a pretty great job. Thanks for that. And I gotta say, this year the streaming team was working really well. In last couple of years, it depended a lot on. Oh, hold on, because the game is already ongoing. So just to finish my last thought. There goes the peacetime gang. We had plenty of streamers engaged this year. Like in the past couple of years, it was like sometimes Ritter had some time and did some streams. Sometimes I had some time and did some streams. But this year we had Wowec streaming. I think he streamed most of the games on his own, and I streamed a couple as well. And it was cool because in the past couple of years, I kinda tried to stream all the games in the tournament alone, and I didn't have that much of a help. And I didn't know that I can just, you know, not stream something. That wasn't an option for me, which was probably a mistake. So it's cool to see that the game still lives on, and if in 1 year I will decide, I'm too lazy to do this crap, we will still have opportunity to watch some games. And I'm hoping in 1 year we will be able to play on new version. We're working with a couple of people in this community, especially Ray should be commended here, of course, as the main developer here. We're working really hard to fix all the bugs that are still left. Oh, this would be unfortunate. And I know I said this a lot of times in the past couple of years, but I think we're pretty close. I think we went down to something like 35 tickets on the list, and we started with 108 at the start of December, so the tempo is pretty good, and we have some constant progress. So maybe we can do this in a couple of months. That's the hope, at least. If you know any Delphi developers that could be interested in helping out a bit, they're of course always welcome. But we do realize that it's unlikely for us to get any help at this or at any point of time. I'm guessing that that if you're an actual programmer, because I'm kind of not, then it's probably quite fun to develop this game. Even doing bug fixes, it's quite satisfying. But yeah, I think that's enough of this off topic here. Not much happens, of course, at the battlefield, because it's the campy period right after the peacetime. There's no rushing. Some of the teams would obviously want to finish the game by now, but these two teams have nothing against just observing the enemy for a while. The left bottom team has a bit better vision here, so they could try to walk up here a bit. Well, the top sees the horses, and this probably tells them that they might be worse. They don't see the entire massive army from W33 yet, or they would probably go back. I think this is a good moment to make a check here. Yeah, that's exactly what I expected. Yeah, the gap will continue unless the right side team will do something amazing in the fight. W33 has a massive army, but the other players on the same level so far, it seems, more or less. Even Trash is a little closer right now here, but I guess we need a couple more minutes to be extra sure, comparing him and Mitralas, for example. It's kind of weird, by the way, because I expected that Mitralas's graph will be way better than the bottom team, and it's not the case. I wonder what happened. Just gonna quickly check this statistic. Oh yeah, because Trash surpassed everyone in this graph. Yeah, and how does this look like? Yeah, also here. That's interesting. So Mitralas is going down like hell, and I think I know the answer. Why does that happen? And this probably means that the left side team will attack soon, because Mitralas seems to have some hunger issues, and this means they have to do something right now, and they have the power to do this. Okay, but this might mean an interesting game because there's oh yeah. Yeah, as you wish, don't talk. I think there's gonna be an attack soon, but as I was saying, I'm not quite sure if they're gonna win this swiftly. They do have a lot more though. Yeah, it's possible. It all depends on how they defend. I think Trash and Aso can defend well when they want to. Last time, though, they showed they kinda can't. So it all depends, I guess. It's a weird position too, because I guess Aso is kinda protecting the back and kinda doesn't know what to do, if he should go like here or here or here. And he eventually decided to go here. And yeah, I don't know. They kinda seem like they kinda want to attack, they kinda don't know what to do. I think they're gonna do it now. But Michulas is a bit too far. This is going to storm attack pretty soon, I think. He's not shooting yet. This is walking in and Michulas is kinda not fighting yet. So Trash will probably go like this. Because Michulas wants to go like that, but he will waste his horses here. This is kinda risky. I mean, W33 will easily win here. Yeah, this might actually work. This might actually work. Okay, this is a problem. So Michulas will probably... Okay, Michulas is catching... Yeah, he's using his horses. Yeah. This is good for the left side, definitely. This is almost won. Although this is troubling. Yeah, this can still go sideways. This is really good for the left side. This is even. This is better for the right side though. If they are quick about... Okay, they can't do much because this has a problem now. So he's now trying to catch this, but he can't start shooting too much. He can only use this, so he's gonna do that. But this is going back until... Yeah, he should start shooting now. Yeah. And this is going around. I don't think this is a good idea. He should have risked it and attacked this, I think. But now Michulas is getting caught, and this might not end up well for him because W33 is quite far. I mean, it's hard to say what will happen. Okay, no, this is good for the left. Yeah, this will be enough. There was a moment of doubt, but yeah, they can't do much right now. I think they should have tried to go back a bit more and maybe then catch this. Now they're trying to divide, but they don't have enough troops. Yeah, this should be a GG really soon because Trash has no opportunity to help Aso, and Aso doesn't have enough to withstand two players, or even one player here, I think. So this looks like a quick one. So your wish was fulfilled, don't talk. The game was probably short. Still having some fighting here, but this is like it's too little too late. Michulas is sending some extra crab troops, as the custom says to do in this moment. Yeah, the barracks already occupied here. But this is a bit risky. I mean, I don't think the right side has enough to defeat this, but there will be a lot of kills for sure. It's a shame. If Aso had something to block this, this would be super good for him because Michulas and W33's bowmen are all over the place, so they could sandwich this bit of army. But because of not having anything to defend his bows, it didn't work. But there was that moment. The moment is gone though. It's GG. So we're waiting for the formalities to happen and then we can quit. So, I'm guessing this means Michelas and W33 have the third place in the tournament. Yep, that's it. That's official. So again, I'd like to thank to the players of these two teams, because it's like the tournament rules said nothing about third place game, and they just voluntarily did this for fun and to provide us some fun as well. So that's cool of all of them. Okay, that's it. We could take a little look at stats. Oh, this is interesting, by the way. That's a lot of troops that Trash was unable to take out. So these stats are kinda... Yeah, you can see that it's a nice gamble though. If they were able to withstand their left side's attack, Trash would actually almost have the level of W33 in his base. You couldn't see this on the army graph though. I mean, it's like it gets closer. That's nice, because both of them are better than Michelas, but this is more because Michelas had some problems in base with his food production, rather than the Russians suddenly getting better after peacetime. Yeah, so I guess that's it. So once again, I remind you, tomorrow the first final game, Bozo and Dontok versus Rita Destodes and Grossmeister. The first game, I say, because the final is being played in best of 3 system, so there will be at least 2 games. If it's 2-0, if it's 1-1, then there's gonna be a third game. So we will still have at least 2 more final games to watch, and that will be the end of the tournament, and probably the end of my streams for another year already, until the next tournament. Yeah. Okay, so that's it. So yeah,